Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the crypto universe. It's me, Eugene Tay. You're watching us on Rock the Block Live. So today, it's finally a day I could take a break. For the whole of the last week, it was really brutal from Beyond Blocks, UCIM, and then Block Show. So it was back to back to back, and the team and I were running around the place, most times like headless chicken, covering the event, talking to people, getting the latest scoop so that you guys can get the freshest updates and the insights for 2019, or even for the rest of this year, whatever that's remaining of it, the last 1 month. So many things can happen. People are asking, will Bitcoin turn around? And well, the truth is, it just might. Some people actually do believe that in the last few weeks of this year, before we cross over to 2019, we might see a major surge. But of course, like everything else in crypto, most of it is just hearsay, people's opinions. So take it with a grain of salt. There's nothing right now that can tell you very concrete that can prove that theory right, that Bitcoin is going to run. I personally don't think so. I feel it's still going to be a bit of winter for at least the first and second quarter. But again, there's no point speculating too far. So many people have done that. Some people have said it's going to be 15,000 by the end of this year. Some people have said it's going to be 50,000 by the end of this year. Well, it's really just a guessing game right now, okay? So don't take that as an investment advice. Also, before we cover today's news, just want to give a big shout out to you guys in the crypto community. Thank you so much for voting us, Rock the Block Live, as the best blockchain YouTuber. This was a voting event organized by the company UCIM, and also some other friends of ours in the community has won the award. So shout out and props to you guys. Alvin, who won the best blockchain CEO. We have DeFi, best PR for blockchain. Yuri Hong, one of the I would consider her like a disciple of Rock the Block Live. Last year was the first time coming to the scene under Crypto Central, where we brought her down to Block Show 2017, sort of give her that platform and training. And this year we are proud to say that Yuri is actually the most influential blockchain female personality, and it has won an award for that. Also for ourselves, we won an award, and I think yes, Ken from Block Asia won an award for best blockchain website. Okay, so congratulations everybody, good job, and continue to work harder, especially in this bear market. It's really about going through the storm, and on the other side, once the sun rises again, those who are left standing, you can be sure that we are the legit few in the industry. Let us get on to the daily headline news. Today, first up, we have boxing champ Floyd Mayweather and music producer DJ Khaled. I talked about this a few weeks ago, where I said these guys are now being hunted down by the investors for promoting a scam ICO. Well, as it turns out, US SEC has slapped them with a fine of a total amount of $767,500 to settle charges of illegally promoting ICOs. I didn't know promoting ICOs was either legal or illegally. Like, who suddenly set the rules and decide to, reverse everything and start slapping people with fines? So we might see this sort of thing happening from now on, where bad players and bad actors from last year can't really escape because they're still going to get fined for their actions that happened last year. This is about the ICO called Centra Tech, where they were promoting, and as we found out that the founders of Centra Tech were charged with fraud. Okay, this is the first case where SEC brought violations of ICO promotion and highlights the crucial part of ICO issuers' promotional activities. Okay, so if you guys are going to do promotions for ICOs, it's really good to take note of this, because you just don't want to get slapped with a fine for no reason.
Slap me around and call me Susan.
I warned you, Susan.
In what looks like perfect timing, crypto influencer Balina has released a website to do just that to show the various tokens his company called Diary of a Self-Made Man or Diary of a Made Man, how much he earned from various ICOs, how much they get paid in fiat tokens or in stake. So this is a good habit. We might see a lot of other influencers coming out to be more transparent with their earnings, and also IRAs to be pretty happy with that. So what we are seeing now in the industry, it's almost like, you know, those war movies where the soldier comes up to a family and said, "Where did you hide your gold?" And you go like, "Oh, please sir, I don't have any gold." And then he shoots somebody in the family, boom! And all of a sudden, everyone start declaring their gold. Right, and number 2, headline news. Hot off the heels of payment bills for crypto now being debated by Parliament in Singapore, our neighbor Malaysia is also in the final stages of regulating digital assets and cryptocurrency exchanges and ICO. According to Malaysia Finance Minister Lim Kuan Eng, these regulations will come into force Q1 of next year. This includes all relevant parties to work within the framework set up by Bank Negara Malaysia and the Securities Commission. You know what this sounds like to me? This sounds like a decentralized environment is now allowed to play within a centralized sandbox because the authority is magnanimous enough to give us the rights to free play within their scope. So this again is like a chicken and egg. Like on one hand, you want regulations because it gives investors confidence, it put legitimacy to a lot of these projects. But on the other hand, now you don't really get that freedom to do whatever you want. The goose cannot run free and lay golden eggs for everybody anymore. What do you think? Should we have regulated environment or unregulated environment? Let me know in the comments below. Are we still as decentralized? Are we still as free? Is blockchain still the dream it was? Or have we lost the plot entirely? Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Last on the list, VACT Global, V-A-K-T, VACT. A consortium venture set up by the likes of Shell and BP will be facilitating the trade of crude oil between commodity firms on an enterprise-grade blockchain. Now, this is a use case for blockchain here. We're not talking about cryptocurrency. This is pure blockchain play, and it's a good one at that. The 5 investors, namely Brand, Fortis, Osberg, Ecofisk, and Troll, or better known as Bfyoet, B-F-O-E-T market, have gone live on the VACT platform and plan to expand it to other markets next year. This will help trading companies replace paper-based documentation with smart contracts and automation. This will also reduce cost of operation and reduce the time and even error that is made by a human. Error. If you think about just the technology approach, we're going to see more and more companies going onto the blockchain for this very purpose. Minus all the cryptocurrencies, as I mentioned before. It's not a cryptocurrency play, this is just a technology play. And it's almost a must, like how every company must have an internet presence. It's almost like any company out there in the future who is going by contracts and signing of legal documents will now use smart contracts to replace all those paperwork. So if you're a company that still requires 10 pages, signed signature, and all the other thick documentation, you are going to be as obsolete as paperers very soon if you don't get onto the blockchain.
Come on, quickly! Her patient, her students are still in the atrium! Are they out of their minds? That's what they want. Let them burn!
Well, that's all the news I have for you today. Once again, thank you guys very much for staying tuned and supporting us. And we're proud to say that when we were going around in the event hall just a few days ago, we met so many of you. It's always nice to see a familiar face, shake your hand, and find out how you're doing. And I'm happy to say that most of us are doing very well. Of course, with the bear market, some of us were a victim of it. But you know what? Market goes up, market goes down, people lose their job. This is really life, right? So it's really how you pivot, how you remain relevant and provide value to the ecosystem that will determine your career in this space. So either you love it or you hate it. Personally, I feel that the reset is good for the whole industry. It takes out all the bad players and give it a nice clean landscape, an Armageddon or a wrath of God, if you will, for everyone to just come in again and sort of revive the whole industry. Okay, so stay tuned till the end of this video where we will give you one more clue for Satoshi's quest. If you don't know what's going on with Satoshi's quest and you've been following our videos, well, go to our website rocktheblock.live and check out on Satoshi's quest. It's basically a global treasure hunt where you guys can solve puzzles that is pertaining with Bitcoin's history and win for yourself a Bitcoin. You know, unravel the private key to the Bitcoin wallet and it's all yours. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. My name is Eugene Tay. You're watching Rock the Block Live, and I'll see you guys in the next video.